So in just about every single one of my videos where I glue something together, there's always at least one person that comments and says that I used too much glue. So today what we're going to test is if you can even use too much glue. Because here's my theory, is that if I put, say I take these wood blocks, if I put the appropriate amount of glue or I put way too much glue, no matter what, once I put them together and clamp them down, if there's too much glue, the excess should just squeeze out. And then I should have the same amount of glue no matter what. So what we're gonna do is I have 3 sets of wood blocks, and we're gonna use Elmer's glue, and I'm gonna put a little bit of glue, what I think is the appropriate amount of glue, and then I'm gonna put a lot. And I'm gonna clamp them all down and then wait probably 7 days. And then we'll get the crane scale and the weights and we'll test them and see if when you put too much glue or the appropriate amount of glue, see if the weight that they hold, see if there's any difference, and see if all those people that are commenting are right and say I am using too much glue. So let's get started. Alright, as you can see, everything is all clamped up. You can even see the glue oozing out of this one. We kind of have a small, medium, and large thing going on here. So we're just going to wait 7 days and see if you really can have too much glue. Alright, these have had 7 days to dry. Now let's hook the crane scale up and see if you really can use too much glue. Alright, as you can see, I have the weights and the crane scale hooked up. The first set of blocks we're going to be testing are the ones that have the least amount of glue. Let's see how much they hold. Alright, we're off to a pretty strong start. £351. Okay, next up is the blocks that I put the appropriate amount of glue on. Well, that was 348 pounds, but since none of these blocks are failing, so I guess Elmer's glue is a lot stronger than I thought, I guess I'm going to have to take a different approach. Alright, I know that this is going to be really janky, but this is all that I could come up with. Since I don't have enough weights, I backed my truck into the garage and I tied the chain to the hitch, and then I put this mover's blanket over top of the tailgate, so that way whenever the blocks snap or whatever, nothing will hit the tailgate and dent it or scratch it or anything. I know this is really a redneck way to do it, but this is all I've got. So let's get back to testing. Alright, just like before, the first blocks that we're going to be testing is the ones with the least amount of glue. And if you're wondering why I'm so zoomed in, it's because the light and you won't be able to see anything if I'm not zoomed in, so sorry. Alright, here we go. Jeez, where are we at so far? 466. Alright, so I took the other half of that baseball bat and wrapped it around the rope so that I can pull more. And let's try to get past 466 and hope that the blocks don't fall. heard something. Whew. Well, that was 484 pounds, and as you can see, the block failed before the glue joint did. So Elmer's glue is way stronger than I thought, and that was the one with the least amount of glue. So let's move on to the next and see if there's any difference. And just a side note, not only did the block fail, but this was the hook that I was using. And as you can see, I guess it was too much pressure for it too, because it bent it pretty good. Let's move on to the next one. All right, now this one is the one that has the appropriate amount of glue. Here we go. Well, as you can see, the block failed again, and it was about the same weight, 439. I think the last one was 466. Let's move on to the third. All right, this is the third and final one, and this is the one that was just completely soaked in glue. See how it holds up. Jeez, that's the strongest of all of them so far. I know that the block's gonna fail. Whew. 567 pounds. Alright guys, as you could probably tell, this whole video was a complete fail. There was no way to know whether a little bit of glue or too much glue had any type of an effect, because all of the blocks failed, and I spent way too much time and bent the hook and spent all this time to make a video that has no result. So this whole video is basically pointless, but I hope you found some of it at least entertaining. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.